I am Shig, and the reason I started Rehab at Home service for one reason, and that was to get our clients to get well and stay well. Nobody's ready to stop drinking or taking drugs. The fear of stopping is what's stopping them in the first place. The fear of what they're going to be like and how they're going to cope without this medicine of choice. This is the only illness that I know that family members, colleagues and people would want you to suffer more before you can actually say, right, we'll step in and we'll help you. The time for help is now, before the collateral damage gets done. People are always wary about going through the process with their loved ones involved. And what we say to them is, do not worry. There's things that you will tell us are going to be confidential and they'll remain confidential. The family dynamics can be hard sometimes. The family doesn't realize the extent of that person's usage or the extent of what they've done, and some confidential stuff that they don't want the family to know. And that's okay, because we keep that confidential and it's on a need to know basis. But the whole family, by getting involved, we can get to the nitty gritty and the truth of the matter and get that person to understand why that person has been using alcohol or drugs. One of the reasons that Rehab at Home service works so well is that we concentrate on the underlying issues. We don't just work on the actual alcohol and drugs. We look at all the underlying issues. So we look at the traumas of the past, whatever's been going on in that person's life, whatever they've been suffering with, whatever it is that got them dependent on the drug of choice. So we really, really do go in depth. And the unique thing about our service is we don't just work with the primary sufferer, we work with the whole family, and we get the whole family well, because this is a family illness. This is like throwing a stone in a pond and watching the ripple effects. This illness affects the whole family. It ripples around everybody. So our job is to get that family together and get everybody well. Number one is really, really confidential. Number two is totally discreet, so nobody knows you're there. We stay in hotels overnight, and then we work with the client every single day. Very intense, but it works. It's a fantastic feeling, and all the triggers and all the emotion, everything's right there in your own home. So our clients love that fact that they're getting well quick, but also that they're in their own four walls and they're still with a loved one. One of the wonderful things about a Rehab at Home service is the fact that they can be open and honest with us. They're not having to discuss their story with so many of the people around them, so there's no stigma attached to them. We tailor this service to the individual. This gentleman has run a business for many, many years, and the business was in trouble, and he was taking drugs and alcohol, and his marriage was on the rocks, and the business was obviously in trouble, and we got involved again through a referral, and we went in there and we spent 10 days with him, and we got his business back on track again and did all the troubleshooting to make sure that's profitable again. We got him off the drink and drugs. We looked through all his traumas of the past. We got his family back together again. And today his business is thriving. And he is now over a year sober as well, in sobriety. And he's now got another child. So he's got 2 children, and his wife are all together. And it's another fantastic story. Started my journey 18 years ago, so I've been in sobriety now 18 years. I myself suffered a lot of collateral damage. I lost my businesses where I had a business in California and the UK, and they went. I lost my marriage. I've not seen my eldest daughter for 30 years. Drinking destroyed my life. I had massive mental issues when I was getting well. I went to California and had specialist treatment done for me over there. And today I can say that I'm celebrating just over 80 years sobriety. I have a wonderful life today. I personally have never liked the word rock bottom, or they're not ready yet. And the reason I don't like that is because if anybody's like me, I was never going to be ready. Yeah, well, if you're dependent on alcohol and drugs, it's very, very difficult to stop by yourself. Secondly, your mind will tell you that you can't stop and you're afraid to stop. It's not because you don't want to stop. It's because you're afraid of what you're going to be like, what kind of person you're going to be like. And it's an illness of denial. And it's the only illness that I know that family members and loved ones will say they're not ready yet, or they've not hit rock bottom yet, or they've not sank low enough yet. I don't know any other illness that would want you to sink lower, lose your partner, lose your job, lose your finances. I believe that everybody can be helped. I believe that the quicker we can get in and stop the collateral damage, the better. The reason we're confident about our 90% success rate is because that is exactly what we have. All our clients keep in touch with us. We encourage them to keep in touch with us, and we keep in touch with them. So we know if our clients are doing well or if they're not doing very well. And the ones that do relapse, we get them straight back into sobriety, and we never charge them again. And the support network, when we leave, is there because of that. If you take a driving lesson once a week, you'll pass your test in months. Take a driving lesson twice a day, you'll pass your test in a couple of weeks. If your family member or loved one are struggling with alcohol and drug dependency and are unwilling to ask for help, or they're just saying they can do it themselves, or they're not ready yet, please pick up the phone and call us. We are interventionists, and we will talk to them, and we will explain the illness to them, and it works. There is no reason why you should suffer. There's no reason why people should lose their jobs, or their driving licenses, or their finances, their self-respect, their dignity. I would say to anybody who's suffering, pick up the phone and talk to us. And let us explain our services to you. Let us explain how we work. And we'll explain the cost to you involved. Because every single client and their family is different locations. We are a nationwide service. So pick up the phone and talk to us. Free of charge. The best gift that you can give anybody is a gift of sobriety. And it's worth every penny towards that person living and not just existing again and destroying their lives.